Reform California Chairman Carl DeMaio. Carl, good morning. If this is very, very, very concerning. Tell us exactly what is AB 665.
Yeah, well, I think we should retitle it AB 666, because it really is just so twisted and wrong, putting our kids in danger, completely undermining parental rights. So this is part of the larger extremist movement that says that parents are bad, parents are hateful and homophobic, and they're going to hurt their kids if the kids are having gender questions. Which is a bunch of nonsense. Parents love their kids. They're going to support their kids. They just want to make sure that their kids are not doing things too early in life that are irreversible. That's just called common sense. But that is the intent here, is to empower the state, empower third-party organizations and activists, really. So AB 665 has two concerning provisions. First, well, before we get into the two provisions, California has a very extensive set of laws to allow for the removal of children from dangerous situations. So nobody here is challenging the notion that we should have strong support for children who are being abused and that we should get them out of abusive homes. We already have ample laws for that and checks and balances. But AB 665 makes two major changes to those laws. Number one, it says that going forward, that the decision to remove a child as young as 12 years of age and put them in a, quote, residential shelter, which is just another name for homeless shelter, that decision no longer needs to have a finding of credible threat to child. That in the existing law, the decision has to be bolstered or proven by either a threat to the child from the parents, evidence of previous child abuse or sexual assault and molestation, or that the child may hurt themselves or others. And so that was the standard that had to be met in order for a child to be removed. Pretty common sense. That language is all stricken. The only thing that needs to be demonstrated is that in the opinion of the person signing the piece of paper, that the child as young as 12 has enough maturity to make their own decisions and live on their own, which, again, give me a break. Children as young as 12 cannot live on their own. The second major change that is very alarming, Jason, is it used to be that a licensed psychotherapist, a licensed counselor had to be the one making the determination and had to be the one signing off. In an extraordinary move of negligence, this bill, AB 665, says that no longer do you have to be licensed. You can be a trainee or an intern in an organization that has a licensed therapist or psychologist. This is absurd. The idea that a trainee or an intern gets to make the decision for a kid as young as 12 to remove them from their parents' home. This is dangerous, it's offensive, and it's going to result in kids getting hurt. It's also illegal. There's no due process here for parents.
Carl, where does this come from? What are the roots of this? This seems to be like just an anti-parent movement by the left.
These people have lost their minds. They are so arrogant. They are actually pursuing dangerous agendas. Now, they think that they're right because these children, need to be cared for by the LGBT activists. No, butt your nose out of it. Parents get to decide. And this is what parents are most fearful of, is that kids, when they're growing up, they don't know what they don't know. And it's a beautiful thing to watch. I mean, we've all been there, right? We all remember our childhoods and perhaps making some bad decisions as our parents, looked at us with an eyebrow raised or told us, no, you can't do that. And now today we are so grateful that we had parents that said, no, you can't do that. And so if you remove that, it's going to result in absolute insanity. And these kids are going to get hurt. Let kids be kids. Let parents parent. And we have a system in place for true child abuse. This is not child abuse. It's not a bill that will result in any good outcomes. So this is a radical agenda. The Democrats all voted for it in the state Senate. It's going to pass the Assembly. Governor Gavin Newsom is likely going to sign it because these people just can't help themselves They literally are untethered from any sort of rational thinking when it comes to this far left radical agenda that these LGBT activists are pursuing. And Jason, let me just tell you, as a gay Republican, I know a lot of Democrats, independents, and gay Republicans in the gay community that are outraged at this bill. They have kids, they are parents, and they say that they would not want to see this bill passed. But sadly, the LGBT community is being used as the window dressing for bad legislation. We need to raise our voices and urge that this bill be shelved.
You talk about moral compasses that are completely out of whack. How can our viewers make their voices heard? Is there anything we can do at this point to counter AB 665?
Sure. First and foremost, share the news. Most people are not aware of this. The other media channels are not wanting to cover the bill because they know how extraordinarily bad the bill is and what a boomerang effect it would create with voters. And so we need to open the eyes, particularly of Latino voters, independent voters, Democrat moms and dads. And so share the story that we've posted at reformcalifornia.org, reformcalifornia.org. Also, we want to make this an issue in the upcoming elections. We believe that anyone who voted for this bill cannot be trusted to be in office anymore. They are reckless, they're negligent. And so if you can chip in a contribution, if you can sign up to be a volunteer at reformcalifornia.org, please help us fight insanity like this. And the best way to do that is obviously to spread the word and to throw some of these folks out of office come the election. Thanks for watching. Help us break through the censorship of the liberal media by liking this video, sharing it with your friends, and subscribe to my YouTube channel.